Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to Ray J's recording studio. It is Saturday, December 19th. We're going to go into episode 7 here, and I know it's been a while since I did a recording, and a lot's been going on. You know, with the COVID thing this year, been doing a lot of camping and being outside with my family just to kind of level things off. But this episode is very, very, very special. I lost a really good friend of mine that's been in the music business with me for many, many years. And I got to record his last record. And he just passed this week. His name is Mike Mizia. And those of you that are friends with him, going back from, childhood to High Voltage days to Ike McCoy Band and New World Trio and everything in between, Angel Corbin, Strange Way, just everything that Mike's been involved with has always been really magical that he was in this, in the musical projects that, we were involved with. So he passed on Tuesday the 15th, I heard. And earlier this year, before all this COVID thing started happening, we had a chance to get together and we were going to plan on recording his next record. He had about 8 songs, really, really good songs. I was really, really impressed. But we were going to do like a quick pre-production kind of thing and just kind of work through all the steps with tempo mapping and what the names of the songs were. And he asked me if I would play percussion and drums and everything else, whatever he needed me to do, I was going to do, because I just love the guy. And in this video, this is going to showcase Mike doing his thing. We were at his house and he was just playing his acoustic guitar and just kind of running the songs for me. So I hope you enjoy it. This is a, in loving memory of him, a tribute. I don't mean to be sad sounding, but it's very sad. But at the same time, watching Mike and seeing the magic and what he's able to pull off, it's just, it's healing. So I hope this will serve everybody some good that actually knows Mike. This tribute goes to Andy and Sue and Chris, Mike's family. I love you. I love everybody that's come out to support us. I really appreciate everything. Mike has touched so many people, but as close friends. That's what this video is for, and I hope you enjoy it. And it's definitely some inspiration for recording. So here you go. Yes, it is.
In the West End.
It is.
And that's okay.
All right. So, anyways, hey YouTube, this is Ray J's recording studio. I'm actually in the West End of Pittsburgh right now with my buddy Mike Mizia. Mike and I have played in bands for 30 years.
This is that long.
It's been pretty much that long.
Since the mid-90s.
Yeah, when you look back, yeah, close to it. But Mike is a songwriter. He's had a lot of great songs. He was in a band. It was a trio called New World Trio, and I got to record some of his music before. And we just decided now it's 2020 to kind of get back to doing some of his stuff. And I'm gonna get to play some percussion and engineer the stuff. So this here is a get together. What you do is when you're planning a recording session is, kind of going through the tracks, kind of getting a vibe for, what the next steps are, so like tempo. Yeah, the wood shedding. That's what we would always say, get into the woodshed, which, that's a common theme. But getting to figure out the tempos, get to hear the songs. So this is the first time I'm hearing all these songs that Mike has. But this is all new material, and Mike likes to play in a lot of different tunings, which is really cool because I've learned so much from him, just from the whole tuning aspect. There's a lot going on. So this is Mike Mija.
This is called Tall Drink of Water.
Nice.
Drink of water.
Gonna have a drink of water?
Tall drink of water. Yeah.
That's why when you're listening to like more of an eighth note thing,
You liked it quicker. Yeah, you thought it was more natural.
I think of-
quicker.
yeah.
180.
I
180 or 190 even.
yeah, but
180.
if you go back and say
Okay.
we take it to 88 beats like you were doing before, it seemed like you sat better just with the quarter note,
Let's try that.
and like you're just hearing like, and there's a way of doing this, Mike. If you think about it, you're doing this like this. I just think honestly,
Yeah.
it really comes down to just hearing what you're doing, and even if the tempo fluctuates a little bit, so what? You know what I mean? It's when you play it without that. You know, metronomes aren't exactly. I'm forgetting. I just forgot I was recording, but it's not that important if it's how you play. You have a good sense of timing in your own. Your own clock is good. Like no matter what, all the time, your clock is good. So even if it moves a little bit here and there, that's okay.
Yeah.
Just as long as, you know, I can listen to it. I'll listen to you play, and then I'll play the drums to it, and they'll just kind of all
Yeah.
flow. Maybe that may be the thing is where you and I will just play together. You know what I mean? And just make that kind of happen.
It's all how
You
song
know.
is written.
Yeah. See, you wrote that like that. Like my approach is a lot of times is I'll play it and then I internalize it and then I play to a click. And that's just me because I'm doing everything myself.
But
So
you-
I need
But
a
you
reference.
also have a good ability as a drummer to play behind the click a little bit,
Yes.
on the click, even ahead.
Yeah,
of the click
when the
a little
click
bit.
disappears, I'm on it.
Yeah. When the click disappears, you're on it.
Yeah.
And when you drag it a little bit, the click just feels a little delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I'm pushing it, you can kind of hear that anticipation. But I mean, it's still, I'm sitting here listening to that, and even I'm moving around because I'm
Yeah.
hearing you.
Yeah.
And so your clock is
I'm
moving
stubbornly,
around. And
not stubbornly, but like my clock is telling me to reach.
yeah. And then
back
I'm
a
also
little
I'm
bit.
like sitting here, and you're just playing your song, and I'm bringing in this thing. This is what happens to a lot of people. Is like you get into it, and somebody puts a click, and you're like, first of all, I don't play that. So that's one of the things you don't introduce this into the environment when it's a natural environment of just playing open.
However, it's really good to come up with something consistent to know where you're starting at.
Yes.
Like, okay, we've agreed that this is a relaxed tempo to play this at, or you know what, I want to push it a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel this song being more upbeat.
And this is one of those things though too, like on your phone, if you have an app, like having this to say, this is kind of where I want to hear it. So say I want to push it a little bit. I'm going to go to 90 beats per minute. And it just feels good, and just play along.
And then 90 feels really good on that part because I hear it disappearing behind
yeah.
the beats,
Yeah, so
behind my rhythm.
I think too, man, that's the kind of thing, like when you go to do these songs, is work with a metronome to kind of help you iron out where you're pushing, where you're dragging, because I mean naturally, I think when somebody listens to a song, there's always that, you can feel that tension and then that release, and your songs have a ton of tension release, like New World Trios, like boom, 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 boom. And so it's not necessarily that you need that, but even if you were to play just yourself recording, I can play to you, even without a click, I can play to you because I can hear that tension release. Once I'm familiar with the song, I'll be able to play along to that. But
And we're also establishing if that tension and release is accurate based on that.
yes,
Oh, okay, we are doing that there, and it's not right or wrong.
yeah, it's not right or wrong. It's just that's exactly. So I always like to say, like, playing to a metronome is always a good way of understanding where your parts in the songs that are going to go. Okay, they're going to push here. They're going to sit back a little bit here, but it's all still relative in the same thing. So that's where that, like, establishing that song, we could say 90 beats per minute. And when it comes to recording the tune, I could put that in the session. 90 beats per minute. We set a click in there, but it's there. And then we know when we go to record your guitar track, we'll lay that first guitar track down, and what I'll do is I can play a beat. Like I can just play a generic beat to that. So you're not hearing clink, 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 because that's just
sterile. Me on a more natural.
just a groove. And like that makes more sense. So I'll play to this. Like I'll take this home, I'll play to what you're playing, and I'll figure out a groove.
He was playing it on his leg. It was right away.
Yeah. But the thing is I'll come up with something that goes along with you, and then I'll send that to you,
Okay.
and you can just play to that, and then you'll just be practiced, and then it's like boom, 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 and we'll be in and out.
Okay, you want to move on to something
Yeah.
else?
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
move on to something else.
I'll stay with this guitar, and I have. What's cool is like I have 3 variations that are low C tunings where you just change 1 or 2 strings. I don't know when or how I figured it out. Maybe looking at stuff online, different tunings online.
Yeah.
But this tune right here I'm going to play for you is called Woodworks. And I consider this a signature tune of this next project.
Oh, that's great.
Never heard it, but you're gonna hear it fresh.
What is it? So CGD, GCD?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
okay.
know where I saw this tuning at,
Yeah.
but it's low sounding for sure.
A T. Always good to have a T. And I'm going to edit this. It's not going to be all this banter, but I appreciate you just letting me have the camera on, man, you know?
Oh, there's nothing shameful here.
It's just always so good to hear you playing, man.
This tuning is magical for some reason. Now this is definitely one that's going to be like an orchestrated song. It has a lot of start-stop to it, breathy start-stop, depending on what kind of mood you're in.
Okay.
So to get into this really relaxed mood to walk through the chord changes.
Sorry. Nice.
Woodworks.
Nice, man. I like that.
That's a moody
I like that. Yeah, yeah. A lot of space, a lot of openness to it. So I noticed in that tune that, you know, pulse-wise, that there was some odd meters in there.
That was it.
It looked like like just listening to it, It seemed like
If there are, I don't know. It's just natural.
but that's what I'm saying. That's the way you feel on those songs. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 4.
Oh, was it?
Let's see here. Well, that's your 4. But the way that you play that, there was one little section in there that like.
Well, you can go back and show
Yeah,
me.
that's what I
something
mean.
we can highlight on.
Yeah. That's the thing. I was like,
if
I'm
you,
thinking.
that's what's cool. If you see something that I'm not even catching, and you say, "Hey, you can," he's my producer, you know,
Well, that's the thing. Like looking,
and the musician.
doing all these songs. Like, so what do you have? You're gonna do how many?
Well, this is
What's
just
your-
some of them.
some of them?
Well, this would be so far. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 new songs.
5 new songs.
Yeah, and then there's maybe revisiting some of the other stuff.
So which one's this one?
Okay, it's not on that list. This is called The Reckoning. This was the tune.
Oh
we
yeah.
did
I
a
was gonna
month-
say yeah.
Can I show something? I'm getting too excited. It's gonna start, motherfucker. No, when we did the first session, it was one of those throwaways, like let's just jam on something.
That's
And
right.
we didn't play it perfect, but we played it so loose that it was
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
It actually wouldn't have been a keeper because we messed it up a little bit, but the feel was so loose. Because we weren't on the spot yet. We were just like, let's get some tones. Let's play, and here's me, let's play The Reckoning, but let's not even consider recording it. Why wouldn't you just consider recording them all?
I have all that footage. I have all those videos of like from the shows and from the
Okay.
recording sessions, plus all those pictures, Mike. I'm gonna make like a video for you,
Oh my God.
just as a little present of like a timestamp of that whole
There were
thing,
some
man.
gems.
With those songs,
I
like
know
I
there were
put the
gems.
songs
Yeah.
in there,
Okay.
dude. You'll love it. I'll bring
I
you
know
to
I
tears.
will.
It's gonna because
I
it's
know.
cool because it'll be just yours with the video.
And it's all natural. You're just in the background like it. Anyway, this is The Reckoning.
Okay.
Parts A and B, just through. A shortened version, A, B, A, B.
Yeah.
You add solos, and then you expand it. That's just a short, condensed 2.5-minute version of
Yeah.
2 parts that could be expanded. All Thick as Thieves. It's a little bit of an evil
Thick as
sounding-
Thieves?
It's a moody sounding evil tune. It's got some weird melodic changes in it. Tell me what you think of it.
Okay.
C is so.
You have anything
Temperamental.
lower than that?
Oh, I know.
Let's see.
Not C. I know you have B. No, I don't do no B's.
Huh.
Look at Steve's.
87 beats per minute.
That really sounded solid on that tempo. Okay, here's an idea I have. This is called Sophie Lynn.
Sophie Lynn?
Sophie Lynn. This is named after my
Didn't you do that on the...
It's named, it was supposed to be on,
Okay.
you remember hearing it. It was part of the batch of tunes with the band.
Yes.
So you've heard it. I want to segue Sophie Lynn, and I want to bring back Witching Hour.
Okay.
Okay? Let me just show you how I want to segue it. They're sort of the same starting key, but one is major and Witching Hour is minor. So outro.
Basically, yeah, that's going to be a kind of a free-formed
Yes.
tune.
Yeah.
Because you're starting off at 88 beats per minute. You do this change, this tempo change at 111. That's kind of where it's sitting.
It had so much liberty.
And then there's all that.
It had so much liberty.
Yeah, there's a lot of this openness.
Live was so fun because when people didn't know it was coming, and we're already at 1:30 in the morning and people were wasted, I'm like, here comes motherfucker, I'm ramming it down your throat.
Yeah.
And people were not expecting it. It was fun. Like, holy
That's
fuck.
one that we won't record.
Oh, I'm going back into natural character. Sorry.
That's okay. I can edit that. I can edit all that.
This is not for public consumption.
Yes.
Even though we're not that bad.
No.
Okay, so okay, my hands are getting really sore because I'm a sissy, but let me try, there's one I want to play for you. Oh, Departed, right, two more. We'll go over two more. Okay. I know it's getting late, but there's two more we can address and then we're there.
Okay.
This is an interesting one. You're going to dig this. I was playing this earlier. I don't know if you were listening. You were just starting to get set up. This is called Departed. I got to tune this. This is a dab variation.
See if that's going in there. Yeah, you're good. You're like right in your view. Yeah. In view. Looking in view.
I'll just go through a couple parts here.
Okay.
Not what would be the whole song. Okay, this was interesting one. This one's a rocker. This is different for the style of music that I've been doing so far. I hate that when they just. I can tell when it's out there. It just drove me crazy. starting point. It'll either be that or a hair slower. I'm gonna do one more for you.
All right.
And this one is another banger. It's tuned so high, I don't know where I found this tuning. It's called This Is Aloe Vera. This one I played dead last because it's hard to play and it's manic.
What's it called?
Owl, right here. Owl of a King. I know how to speak very clearly. First one. This one also is like Departed, where it's a little bit of a departure. But it still could work. It's definitely a manic, upbeat tune. There's some darkness to it. I'll show you here. If I can play this guitar. This is what's really goofy about this one. That D right there is an E, and it's high. It wants to crack. 2 A's. Now, I picked these up online.
These tunings.
That's no fucking acoustic tune. That's like if you want to put a beat to that and we rock that one out. That could still be an instrumental tune. It could be whatever. It could be Pass On to Shane. But those two are clustered together at the end there.
Okay.
Those last two I played for you.
All right, so that's it. What do you say, Mike? We can do an outro here.
This is it.
All right, so this is the end of the episode. This is Mike's recordings here we're going to be doing, and
this is the start of a new
yes.
project, and this is 8 tangible songs, a couple old ones revisiting, but a lot of new stuff that fits in line with what I had been doing.
All right, so that's it, YouTube friends. Talk to you soon.